Hey guys, Max Roberts here with Go Left Gaming. This is episode 3 of the new vlog I've started on the website. And today's episode, I want to talk about next gen because yesterday, Wednesday the 4th, we found out the Xbox One's launch date. So I wanted to talk about next gen. A lot of things have been coming up lately that made me question, what does next gen mean? What really is it? So we found out that the Xbox One launches on November 22nd in 13 countries across the world. That is a week after the PS4 in America, but a week before it launches in Europe, which I think is a really smart move by Microsoft because over in Europe, it's kind of known as the PlayStation territory. A lot of PlayStation owners over there. So with Xbox coming in a week before, and if you pre-order the Xbox One in Europe, you get FIFA 14 or Forza 5. I think that's a really smart move because any FIFA fan over there, across the pond, as it were, and wants to play next-gen FIFA as soon as possible, the Xbox is the logical choice simply because it launches a week sooner. Now that's all depends if you want to cough up the extra $100 or the equivalent over in Europe, pounds. That's where it gets kind of tricky. And then do your friends want to your PSN friends, do they want to transfer over to the next gen? But is it really the console that makes it next gen? The Wii U is next gen. It falls under the category. It's not mid gen or last year, even though Nintendo is technically behind the curve, technologically behind the curve as far as what the system can do inside. The Wii U, at least what I've played and experienced, is a very next gen console. I love the gamepad. I love the ability to switch screens and the touch control. It's like a giant DS. I love it, and there's so much potential and a lot of good games coming out. Rayman Legends just came out Tuesday, but that's not a Wii U exclusive anymore. I think the Wii U has tons of potential, and Nintendo needs to realize it and innovate even more with the console. But I don't think we should count it out. And one thing I did want to share, last night at work, I was walking to the back of the store, and my coworker asked when Nintendo's next generation console was coming out. I kind of looked at him and just said, the Wii U? The Wii U? That's the Wii U. And he goes, oh, that's next gen? I thought that was just an upgrade, like the PS2 to the PS2 Slim. And that sent me on a little bit of a Twitter rampage. At Max the White is my personal Twitter. And I was talking about how Nintendo needs to market, man. And I think the Wii U could be such a much more popular console if Nintendo would go out there and tell people, hey, the Wii U is the next generation. It's not an upgrade, a peripheral for your Wii. It's a whole new console with all new games and experiences. And if Nintendo could market it, I think it would sell. I really do. I believe in the Wii U, and I have my Wind Waker bundle pre-ordered. I'm set. I'm pretty stoked. Smash Brothers is going to be great. I'm all excited for it. And so I don't think we should count. You never count Nintendo out. So we've got these three going at it. Holiday season coming up. November 15th in America for the PS4. November 22nd for the Xbox One. Now, kind of in the next gen thread, I wanted this Grand Theft Auto 5 week on IGN, and they've got tons of exclusives coming out for the game launching 10 days from Saturday. Or, no, 10 days from Friday. So, in just a couple weeks. But they had like the first preview, and they talked about some online stuff they did. And in the preview, they talked about next gen is when Grand Theft Auto 5 decides it's next gen. Because just the scope of Grand Theft Auto is so huge. I was watching trailers today to download and edit into this video, and the game is massive. and there's so much to do, and it looks like there's so much depth to it, and it looks gorgeous. Everything looks and feels and plays right, and all the previews, and they talk just the scope, the ambition of this game. And is that what makes next gen? Is that next gen? It's not. Is it what's inside the console that matters? You know, when you get pretty graphics and 1080p, 60 frames a second all the time, and you get these gorgeous games with the mocap and just shiny particle effects and all that stuff, or is it the scope and the ambition and the content in the game, and it doesn't matter what system it's on? I think it's a line between the two. You need the power of a new system to do more ambitious things in the games. I think the two need to meld together to create what truly is next gen. You look at some of the games that this year alone, Bioshock Infinite, the idea behind the game and the way it tells its story. The mechanics are pretty similar to that of Bioshock 1, which came at the beginning of this generation. So I don't want to say Bioshock's mechanics are so next gen, but the way it told its story, with no cutscenes, which I found very, very cool, and it was more engrossing in the game. But the way it told its story, really, like, that's a sign of next gen for me. The way it tells its story. And then you go and you look at The Last of Us that came out just a couple months ago, which it's crazy to think is just a couple months ago. The grants, the ambition in that game, but not from an open world, do whatever you want perspective, but a narrative perspective, and how it melded the world Naughty Dog created and the characters and the story, and how it all fused together in this near perfect game. It's fantastic. The way they melded it was genius. And so that's a sign for next gen for me. Or even like the next generation Pokemon game. That looks next gen for a portable Pokemon game with it. It's very tiny, but it's cool. Mega Charizard, Blastoise. It's all pretty cool. Next gen doesn't. I don't think next gen is set by a date. Next gen is set by what a studio or a company can do with its games on whatever system. How it can be ambitious, the ambition, and succeeding in that ambition. And it'll be exciting to see if GTA 5 does succeed with its ambition here on September 17th. We already know that Bioshock Infinite and The Last of Us have succeeded and are definitely Game of the Year potentials, along with Grand Theft Auto 5. So, what do you guys think about next gen? Does the box and a date decide when next gen is, or is it the games and the developers and the community surrounding them? Are you guys picking up any of the new consoles, the PS4, the Xbox One at launch? If so, which one? I have my PS4 pre-ordered. I have that paid off, and I'm pretty stoked to pick it up, camp out and pick it up, and provide great brand new content to Go Left Gaming around November 15th. So if you guys like this video, go ahead, like it, share it, and subscribe. And always remember, go left.